Hey everybody, Dana with the OT Guide here today. Today we're going to be doing a super fun, super easy Mother's Day craft. We're going to be doing some folding, drawing, scissor cutting, gluing, and some writing. So this craft is challenging a lot of good stuff, but it's super easy. It's challenging our students' fine motor skills, bilateral coordination, visual motor skills, among other things. So all you'll need for this craft are household materials. So child-size scissors, markers or crayons, 2 pieces of paper, whatever you have at home. I'm using printer paper and construction paper, a pencil, and then glue or tape. So step 1 of this craft, we are going to be teaching our student how to fold. So we are going to be folding our paper hamburger ways in half. When you're teaching your student how to fold, if they haven't folded before, it might be easier for them if you pre-fold the paper so there's a crease in the middle. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna show them how to align the corners. So you're gonna say something like, I wanna make sure the corners touch, or the corners kiss, or the corners hug, whatever verbiage your child benefits from the most. You're gonna say fold, tap, 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 tap. If you haven't checked out my folding video yet, I highly recommend you check it out because there's some good tips in there to teach your children how to fold. So step 1, we're gonna help our child fold the paper in half, making sure that our corners align. Step 2, once we've folded our paper in half, we are going to draw half a heart on one side of the paper. If your child struggles with drawing at this point, you can draw it and then have your child trace it to target their visual motor skills. So I'm drawing 1/2 of a heart. The next step is scissor cutting. So when our child is using scissors, I wanna make sure they're using a thumbs up supinated grasp, and I wanna make sure their shoulder is adducted or tucked in. And they're stabilizing and rotating the paper with their other hand. What they're gonna do is they're gonna take their scissors and they're gonna cut out the half of the heart that we drew here. Making sure their thumbs are on top. If your child tends to cut like this, feel free to put a sticker on their thumb or like a dot, a mark on their thumb, and just say, make sure I can see this sticker or this mark at all times. And voila, we have our heart. The next step is we're gonna take our heart and we're gonna glue it onto another piece of paper. I'm just using printer paper. And I'm doing this to target my child's hand strength because when they practice with glue, they're gonna be using both hands together and they're gonna have to squeeze the glue. If you don't have glue, no worries, have your child practice using tape. Again, really good fine motor work. If you don't wanna do this part, the craft basically could be over. You could add lines here and have your child write a little note on the heart. But I'm just adding another component because I want to include the gluing or the taping. So I'm taking my glue, I'm having my child practice simple rotation to open it, and then you're going to use both hands to squeeze the glue, targeting their hand strength. You can even kind of close the lid a little bit extra to provide more resistance and to further challenge their hand strength. At this point, my next step is I'm gonna have my student write a note to mom. But depending on what kind of paper you use, your next step, if you use blank white paper, could be to color in this heart. Really, it's up to you what you wanna do with this craft. It's super easy and flexible. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna give my student lines. I'm gonna provide them with a baseline. And depending where their writing is at, I'm gonna have them write something like, I love you, mom. Making sure that their letters are sitting on the baseline and that they're using at least a finger space between each word. And I'm gonna provide them with a model. So I'm gonna give myself lines on a separate piece of paper. I'm gonna write, I love you, mom, and then I'm gonna have my student copy it, again, to target their visual motor system or their ability to copy what they see. Once they wrote in pencil, "I love you, Mom," then they can take a black pen or a black marker and they can trace it. So at this point, after they're done, they can sign their name on the bottom. And they can feel free to decorate the outside of their heart. If you have stickers at home, this would be challenging their fine motor skills, peeling the stickers. And there you have it, a super easy Mother's Day craft that involves folding, cutting, drawing, tracing, and writing. Super easy, only requires household materials, and depending on the age of your student, you can make it much easier, or you can make it much harder. You can have them write a long note. You can have them draw pictures of themselves on the card, whatever you want to do, but just a really easy craft. Anyway, I hope you guys liked it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.